Hello. Today was my first rugby game of the season, which explains why my face is like red and sunburned. Also, I'm extremely tired and I just woke up from a unplanned nap, but now I'm here to talk about jobs, advice. I have like hardly any input on what it is like to get a job as a trans person or what the workforce is like for a trans person because I did not have a job until like last week, like not a single job in my entire life. But now I do have my first job ever, which is still exciting to me even though it's probably one of the least desirable places to work at on campus. And at this point in my transition, they have no idea that I'm trans and it had played no part in whether I got the job or not. It plays no part in my daily life at work. Will the fact that I'm trans have an effect on whether or not I get a job in the future? Maybe it has the possibility to. But at this current point in time, it's not something that I can talk about with experience because it actually has nothing to do with the fact that I have a job now or the fact that I didn't have a job until I was 20. I never tried. But I can say this, the place that I work at now, there are at least 3 trans people, including me, and the boss probably has no idea about any of us. So let's make this video more of a PSA to employers about why they shouldn't be afraid to hire trans people and how it doesn't actually affect anything. At the place that I work, which is basically just serving food to people, I have never seen us lose a single sale because any of us look like too androgynous or something. And just the fact that himself doesn't like save sales or anything, I'm pretty sure no one's thinking when they're getting like chicken tenders from me, wow, I'm glad this person isn't trans because I so wouldn't eat chicken tenders from a trans person. It hasn't mattered yet because our services have nothing to do with gender, sexuality, anything except for the fact that I need to be capable of giving them food, even if I do it slowly, which happens sometimes because I don't know what I'm doing sometimes yet. A couple years ago, I was watching this documentary called My Transsexual Summer. Some of you may have watched it. It was kind of popular. It's basically like the real world, but with transsexuals. And they all live in a house and they have lives and it just gets filmed. And one of the trans women tried to get a job at a place that sells wedding dresses, and the people did not hire her because they were worried about the customers feeling uncomfortable buying a dress from a trans woman or trying on a dress in front of a trans woman. And it was just kind of ridiculous that that was the reasoning for not giving her a job. I'm going to be honest, there are like 7.5 billion people in this world and there's at least one person who will not buy a wedding dress from a trans person. But there's also at least one person in this world who will not buy a wedding dress from a man. There's probably at least one person in this world who will not buy a wedding dress because somebody is black, or maybe because they're white. There are reasons other than somebody not liking the wedding dress, just based on the employee that has nothing to do with wedding dresses, that somebody will not buy a wedding dress. But these people, number one, they're bad people. Number two, there are fewer and fewer of them. So if you're hiring somebody because they are trans, think, would you not hire a person who wasn't white? Would you not hire a person who was a woman? Would you not hire a person who was a man just because that might lose you like one sale a year? Because to be honest, one of your employees, for some reason, might lose a sale for no reason, just because of who they are, and you might not even see it coming. So you need to not really consider something so stupid like that, so stupid like gender and race and these things that we can't control that are somehow just losing us all jobs, even though we're completely capable of doing things, and even though like 95% of your customers are going to not care, not even think about it, or they might even be so supportive of the GLBT community that the fact that you hired a trans person is going to get you more customers. And if you're gonna look at it like that, you might as well, because literally the majority of the world is accepting this kind of thing, depending on what country you live in. But if you're in America, which is where I'm from, you're gonna get a lot more shit for not hiring a trans person if people think that's why you didn't hire someone than you would get if you hire the trans person and then try to deal with like customer backlash, because it just wouldn't happen. Ooh, that was crack. See you next Saturday.